So our second to last, is we're going to take a look at another casual video. I saw this after we watched, or I saw this in my feed. I think it was today, or it could have been the day before when we watched another casual video. But this one's about jaguars and why jaguars are an Avengers level threat, but cheetahs are not. So how jaguars are very dangerous. So, given what we watched about the the black, I think this popped into my feed because of the animal myths one with the Black Panthers and how they're actually black jaguars. So, yeah, it's like people like, cheetahs get the glory, but jaguars are largely forgotten, and apparently jaguars are far more vicious. So, let's take a look. If this will play.
Yeah, it's time we talk about just how much of a
okay.
fucking joke jaguars are. First of all, jaguars will regularly clap caiman by going into the water and dragging them out by their teeth like a disobedient child. That's because jaguars do something that no other big cat does. Because while lions, tigers, and leopards put their prey out of their misery by biting the neck, jaguars apparently watch endgame and go directly for the head, which happens to be the caiman's weak point. And since this walking vice grip has the strongest bite of any cat, that means it puts the caiman in a coffin by biting through its skull and piercing its walnut-sized brain. After
Oh, fuck. The jaguar has bite strength enough to actually go through a caiman, which is a small alligator, go through their skull and pierce the brain. Jesus.
the jaguar cancels his life subscription, he'll then manhandle the caiman out of the water. Just for the record, caiman can grow to weigh hundreds of pounds. It's like deadlifting a washing machine, but only using your teeth. Think about it.
Jesus!
Like leopards are strong enough to lift and carry their victims into the trees where they can eat them without having to pay taxes.
Chat. This jaguar is literally deadlifting a fucking deer. Like a young adult deer. Up a tree. Gripping it only by the fucking teeth. Leopard, sorry, I said jaguar. Leopard. No, this is jaguar. This has gotta be a jaguar. That one's a leopard. Okay. That one's a leopard. Okay. Fair enough.
Trees where they can eat them without having to pay taxes to lions or hyenas. Jaguars are literally everything leopards are on steroids, and the good kind too. The kind that helps you win.
Oh, he was comparing. Oh, I missed that.
Lift and carry their victims into the trees where they can eat them without having to pay taxes to lions or hyenas. Jaguars are literally everything leopards are on steroids, and the good kind too. The kind that helps you win Tour de France 7 times. So yeah, jaguars will bully the crocodile's little brother. They can also weigh over 200 pounds, run at 50 miles per hour, and they look like this underwater. Since there's no...
Wait, okay, chat, want some nightmare fuel? Here's some nightmare fuel for you, chat. Get a good look. Get a good look at this jaguar, chat. Let it haunt your dreams.
Water. Since there's no immigration control for a homicidal Garfield on PEDs, sometimes they end up wandering into the US. Because they can climb, building a wall ain't bout to do. Jaguars are a cheat code that God forgot to patch. Here's the difference between leopards and jaguars. One, I hope you have good health insurance, and the other, you better have life insurance. Leopards are one of the smallest big cats found in Africa and Asia, but they're also one of the strongest. They have to be, since they carry all the bodies they catch into trees where they don't have to worry about lions or hyenas. Jaguars can climb but don't need to because they have no worries, they're what everything worries about. They're the third most brolic big cats with a home address of Central and South America. Leopards are quicker, more agile, and they ambush their prey and end them with a bite to the windpipe.
Oh shit!
Jaguars are heavier, stronger, and they factory reset their victims by biting through the skull and even piercing the brain. It helps that this steroid Garfield has pound the strongest bite of any big cat. Strong enough to clap caiman and evict turtles from their shell. Leopards are the best climbers, so if it's in a tree, it's probably a leopard and you're probably gonna die. Because leopards often ambush their prey by leaping from the sky like Batman about to cripple a drug dealer. Jaguar.
And if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember, I want to say leopards also are the only cat that can climb a tree, that can literally climb down a tree. Like climbing up a tree, it can no problem. But I, for some reason, I feel like leopards can also climb down trees. Not just like leap from it, like we just saw in that video footage, but they can literally scale back down a tree. Yeah, but Riven, I thought I remembered something, and I could be wrong. I thought that the leopards could climb down the tree head first. I thought. I could be mistaken about that. I could be thinking about a different animal, but I thought I read something or saw something that leopards could actually climb down trees head first. That they didn't need to back down them.
Jaguars are more all around since they can run, climb, and swim. Jaguars take down bigger prey, but the leopard has a higher hit list since they prey on over 90 animals, including dogs. Leopards are smaller, quicker, and better climbers. Jags are stronger and more all around, except in Jacksonville.
Here's what your favorite big cat says about you. It's a Jaguar, you're a wannabe gym rat bitch.
Okay, first of all, that was uncalled for. Especially since I was at the gym when you sent that to me. Second of all, your favorite animal's bad at being itself. Yeah, roll the clip. Vultures eat dead things. Like, that's how little smoke they want with the living. Yet somehow your favorite animal lets itself get pocket checked by some corpse pigeons. Cheetahs get bullied by literally everything, but they can't even hide from the smoke in trees because cheetahs can't climb trees. Or at least they're not good at it. Also, cheetahs are so inbred that they're almost all identical. The cheetah population was literally once so down bad that typing their sister was their only option. That, and apparently their mother. I love cheetahs, I really do, but you can't tell me nature didn't fumble the hell out of them. So I'd be willing to forgive.
Okay. Yeah. Cheetah, at least in this photo, this cheetah looks pretty derpy. This is cheetah derp face right now, okay? There's no denying it. Although, I think this could be a bad picture. I've seen some photos of cheetahs that they are gorgeous. Cheetahs are still gorgeous. This is a derpy picture. I'm sorry.
If all of that, if it wasn't for this. Okay, I'm gonna tell you where it is, but before I do, here's 5 things you did not know about.
I know where it is. Can you see it, chat? I can see it. Can you guys see the leopard? Quick. Can you see the leopard? Yes, Carboy, we can get one. We can get one. The leopard is right here. There's his little face.
Them. Genetically, snow leopards are actually closest to tigers. They're ice tigers. Snow leopards are the only big cats that can't roar, and it's because their vocal cords don't have a special layer of fatty tissue that lets them sound like lions, tigers, and jaguars. Instead, they sound like a moody teenage Simba. Even though they could body bag anyone watching this, snow leopards are massive introverts and they're so non-aggressive towards humans that if you pull up on one, it's more likely to run than run away. There is no recorded case of a wild snow leopard attacking a human, and you could even mess around and interrupt one while it's eating, which is normally asking to see God. For the snow leopard, it'll still probably choose pacifism and just run away. Snow leopards have a long, thick tail full of fur and fat, which is why they often use them as a built-in scarf or a blanket for those chilly nights. Snow leopards can jump 50 feet in one leap, and this is what it looks like to play tag with a snow leopard. It's not fun. For those of you that stuck around and made it to the end, there he is. He's been there the whole time. You're lucky they're not violent. You know what? To answer your question, I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. So once upon a time, a Florida man had a pet black leopard.
Oh God.
I could honestly end the video right there. Pet, leopard, and then Florida and man. There's only one way this movie ends. Horribly with no sequel. So this man from Fort Lauderdale decided to keep the big cat in his backyard and then charge people $150 for a full contact experience.
Oh God.
It would be exciting if this were a massage parlor, but no, we're talking about wild animals. In his defense, the man claimed to run an animal sanctuary for rare and endangered animals, which apparently involved leaving killing machines in his...
Wait, was this Tiger King? Is he referencing Tiger King right now? No? Okay. Okay.
Backyard. Some might argue it's no more dangerous than owning a gun, and my response is you can't put a safety on a f***ing leopard. So anyway, one man ended up spending $150 of his hard-earned money to get the full Black Panther experience. He got exactly what he paid for. The leopard proceeded to scalp him. As in, it was so bad that his scalp was hanging from his head and his right ear was torn in half. He got mauled so severely by the Black Panther that he could have legally changed his name to Killmonger right then and there. And just a reminder, he paid for that to happen. It's like writing Mike Tyson a check to break your jaw. It's like paying an MMA fighter to bicycle kick your ribs. It's like spending thousands a year just to get your mental health suplexed. I would know. I went to college. The man who let another grown man risk his life right in front of him claimed that the leopard went crazy, but Chris Rock said it best.
Talk about the tiger went crazy. That tiger ain't go crazy. That tiger went tiger.
Thank you, Chris. Moral of this video. They're called wild animals because they'll wild out on your...
Cougar found with teeth growing out the back of its head.
The fuck? What in the absolute fuck am I looking at right now? There is so much going on here, I do not know where the fuck to start. You got this working right here, and then look at the nose! Like, I'm guessing these are whiskers, but Jesus fuck, what's up with these whiskers? Like, holy shit!
Wild animals because they'll wild out on your...
Cougar found with teeth growing out the back of its head.
Yeah, this cougar has teeth growing out of its head and nobody knows for sure why. In 2016, a hunter in Idaho took down a full-grown mountain lion, and when he checked the body, he saw a full set of teeth attached to the back of its head. It also had whiskers coming out of its forehead. After the pictures went viral, half the internet had a heart attack and the other half thought the pictures were fake. That is until the Idaho Department of Fish and Game confirmed that the mountain lion picture wasn't a hoax. This actually happened. So there's two reasons this could have happened. Number one, and this is the one I believe, it's caused by a rare tumor called a teratoma, which causes cancerous growths and hair and teeth to pop up where God did not.
And yeah, you guys said that, and I have heard about that, where cancerous growths will cause basically things like teeth and hair to form within the tumor. That I have heard about that, and that seems like it's a pretty extreme case, but it certainly is possible.
This can also affect humans. In fact, there was a case where a doctor had to remove a tooth that was growing inside a 13-year-old boy's acorn wallet. Now the other theory, and this is definitely the more up one, that mountain lion had a conjoined twin that actually didn't make it out of the womb, and those teeth are all that's left since the rest of its body would have been reabsorbed by the fully formed fetus. If it makes you feel any better, experts are sure that this deformity wasn't painful for the cougar, and it clearly didn't affect the cat too much since the mountain lion was a full-grown adult when the hunter took it out. Most animals with mutations instantly become a patch, so the fact that this cougar lived as long as it did means it probably didn't have to suffer too much. Can't say the same about my mental health or that of the hunter that found it. It was real talk, they probably weren't okay for a very long time. In fact, I heard his therapist retired early. Moral of this video, this is what it took for me to remember Idaho's estate. Next time you see a tiger at the zoo and think you're safe behind a fence, remember this video.
Oh god. Yeah, tigers got hops.
Really like that. Steroid Garfield can weigh 600, 700 pounds, yet can yeet themselves 12 feet in the air.
I hope to God, Casual, please, I beg of you, show the video of the tiger leaping out of the grass at the one guy on an elephant. Please show that, because that perfectly showcases how high these tigers can jump. This tiger literally explodes out of the grass. You do not see it coming. This tiger literally explodes out of tall grass at a man sitting on top of a full-grown elephant and literally gets high enough to hit this human sitting on top of an elephant.
Giving the tiger one of the highest verticals of any big cat, which means a motivated tiger can high jump clear over an elephant's head.
There it was. Thank you, Casual. I love you. There it is. This guy's on top of a full-grown elephant. And literally jumps high enough that he nails him. And that was probably not his maximum height either, because look at how flat he is when he hits. Look at how flat this tiger is when it hits. This was not its maximum height. And what they didn't show is there was no warning. This part right here was very tall grass. They never saw this tiger coming. It literally exploded out of the grass, jumped, and it got lucky because I think the elephant did something to drive it off. The humans would have been dead if this elephant hadn't done. I think the elephant like whacked it with its trunk or something and scared the tiger away. Oh, I thought he survived, Robo. I thought that I thought that the man survived only because the elephant he was riding basically defended him.
Which means a motivated tiger could high jump clear over an elephant's head. This is not edited. It's because tigers are built like athletic tanks. In fact, tiger legs are so ridiculously strong that they've been known to remain standing even when they're not alive. You could take a tiger's soul and it'll still be standing. That is if it doesn't cancel your life subscription first. Tigers have been known to mimic the calls of other animals to lull them into a false sense of security before they turn them into a wuss. More tigers have been recorded mimicking Asian black bears, which are actually a pretty big part of their grocery list. Also, fun fact, actually really, I don't know how this is even possible fact, tigers can allegedly paralyze you without even touching you. That's because tigers can roar at a frequency of less than 20 hertz.
I've heard about this one. Yeah, a tiger's roar it is a weapon. That's I remember seeing this on when I watched a video of fuck, I forget the name of the program. It was basically a lions versus tigers show. It was like an animal versus show where they basically took the stats of one animal, the stats of another animal, and what would happen if they fight. When these are two animals that normally would not be, they don't live in the same area and they normally wouldn't fight another. And then with the statistics of the tiger is that its roar, like Casual said, is at 20 hertz or is it 20 megahertz. It's low, but it's powerful. And they actually use it as a weapon in combat to basically stun their prey.
Here, but the infrasound is so
no, it was a show, Grindhouse, not books.
And even pass through solid objects, like your bones. Which is why it's believed that both animals and humans can feel the roar without actually hearing it, causing a paralyzing effect that can cause even professional tiger trainers to completely evacuate their bowels. It's also why the lion roars that you hear in movies are actually tigers. Moral of this video, tigers are just death gift wrapped by God in black and orange.
If we have the beans, is that okay?
The liger!
Yeah, they have no business being that big. So everyone knows about ligers, but there's actually two types of whatever you want to call this. It's a liger if its father's a lion and mother's a tiger. Father tiger and mother lion makes a tigon. And ligers are technically the biggest big cats on the planet, with the largest one being a male liger named Nuke, who violated the scales at 1,213 pounds.
But they're also not exactly big predatory animals. I think that with ligers, this fat doesn't. Yes. Well, I believe that's correct, Brevin. I believe they're sterile. But this fat doesn't translate into muscle either. They are not as strong as their parents in terms of like the tiger or the lion. They're not hunting cats. I think they can. I do think they may be more docile, I believe. Most ligers are in captivity. I'm reasonably sure there are not really any ligers in the wild. At least not to my knowledge. Granted, they're still big animals, they can still hurt you, they are still very strong. So they're not going to be pets, but they are, I think the vast majority of them are in sanctuaries. Coy wolves are different. Coy wolves are lean and dangerous as fuck. The liger, just because of genetics, the liger would not really survive in the wild because it doesn't have the speed to hunt. So, that's the problem. No,
Tigons never get that big, and it's because they never outgrow their parents. Because they inherit growth inhibitory genes from both parents. And kind of fun fact, tigons are much rarer than ligers, and one of the reasons is because male tigers find the courtship rituals of lionesses so subtle that they can end up not realizing she wants to mate. So basically, there's less tigons than ligers because male tigers can't take the hint. It'd be like that. Ligers split their personalities with lions and tigers. For example, ligers enjoy swimming, which is a tiger trait. But they're also social extroverts, which is very much a lion thing. Now, if this picture looks like it shouldn't exist, it's because you're right, it really shouldn't. Lions and tigers would never hook up in the wild because their ranges don't even overlap anymore. Which is why this isn't nature. It's anarchy.
Wait. Who's this? Who is this? Who are these two? It looks familiar and I can't place it. Damn, I can't place it. Maybe they are just some random bikers. It could be. I thought they looked familiar, but I could be wrong.
Also, ligers are more likely to develop health problems and neurological disorders. And sometimes their organs file for unemployment and straight up just stop working. In fact, Newt lost his life to cancer and Hobbs the liger got canceled by liver failure. Honestly, ligers are like pugs. They're cool to look at, but they don't deserve the pain that comes with their own existence. Also, we didn't stop at ligers and tigons. This is a jaguar lion stepchild, the Jaglion. A male leopard and a lioness will get you a Leopard. Once in Mexico, a zoo allegedly bred a Jaguar. That's right, a tiger and a jaguar. Moral of this video. The f are we doing?
Yeah, okay, yeah. That last line, exactly. Stop crossbreeding these things. They're not made to crossbreed. Leave the big cats alone. There's a reason why they don't want to hook up with one another. They're not built for it. Not all of them, Brevin. And honestly, I think the non-hybridized look cooler than the hybridized. That's my opinion. No, Revan, it's life, swings away. If you're gonna say it, you have to put the Jeff Goldblum, on it.